Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I posted on community, telling you guys to ask me some questions for this Q&A, just because, I don't know, I wanted to make a long video again, and here's some questions that you guys asked me. So, first question you guys asked me was what my favorite artist was. My favorite artist, I'd have to say, is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's David. And this goes along with my favorite song, Romantic Homicide. My favorite movie, I'd have to say 13. I just watched that recently, but I think I really love it. My age/grade. So, kind of a personal one, I guess, but I don't really care. So, I'm 13 years old, and I'm in 7th grade. And then another question I got was what my favorite animal is. My favorite animal is a butterfly. I got this one, and I think I really like this question, is what my favorite part of making YouTube shorts is. And I think that would have to be probably getting comments and being able to respond to them. I just like interacting with you guys, a lot. And yeah. Oh, and sometimes if you guys look at my bio and you see my Pinterest and you go there and DM me, I like getting those messages. So yeah. My favorite hobby, I'd have to say, is either reading or singing. I used to write a lot of songs, but I think I just got out of that groove, which I really want to start doing that again. My favorite show, I have to say, is Ginny and Georgia. I'm so excited that season 2 just came out, but I'm also kind of, I don't know what the word is, but I'm wondering, I'm sure it says it somewhere, but when the next season's supposed to be coming out, I'm sure there's going to be another season. But when the next season's going to come out, because the second season took 2 years to get out in the first place, so kind of nervous for that. How many siblings do I have? So, this is a good question too. So technically I have 4 siblings, 3 brothers and 1 sister, but I only live with one of those brothers and one of those sisters, who are on my mom's side with my stepdad. And then the 2 other brothers are on my dad's side with his other girlfriends, which if you were to ask me, just an undetailed question, I just say, oh yeah, I have a sister and a brother. But if we're getting into those, but I don't really live with them, so it's just kind of one of those confusing things, I guess. My favorite food, Thai food. I'd have to say pad Thai. That's what it's called, beef pad Thai. Love it. I used to call it peanut butter spaghetti, and I would say that to my mom and in front of other people, and they would get so weirded out. Because, I don't know, it's kind of a weird name, but I love it. My favorite drink currently would have to be root beer as soda, but I also love Snapple peach tea. That's my thing. My favorite color, I feel like I posted this a lot, but it's lavender and then sage green, sometimes yellow. I think I like it most of the time because it just kind of fits the vibe of my bedroom a lot of the times, so I like that, and I just like to incorporate it with different things. My favorite brand, I have to say Converse. I have 4 or 5 pairs of Converse, and I love every single one of them. Have I had a boyfriend yet? And if so, how many? I've had a boyfriend before, yes. I've had about 5. Spanning from the beginning of last year to the beginning of this year. But I don't have a current boyfriend. Next question is almost name. So I know this because my mom had this baby book from when I was younger, or before I was born, obviously. And I like to look through it just to see the definition of those names. But it was from a while ago, so it's not very as popular names, I guess, or like the names of 2023. But my almost name was Alexandra, Alexis, and then Brooklyn. So those were like 3 possible almost names. I feel like there's some more, but I just like those are the ones that stuck with me when I looked through those, because she used to highlight them and be like, oh, this would be good. But I know this wasn't really a part of the question, but fun fact, I don't think my birthday was a question on here. But I was born on December 29th. I was supposed to be born on Christmas. So my name is supposed to mean a couple things. Beauty, and it's supposed to mean a girl born on Christmas Day. Which for my mom's case, she was in the impression that I was going to be born on Christmas, but I was a little late. I was 4 days late. Pinned messages. So I have my mom pinned. I have my best friend Daisy, my other best friend Kenna, Sophie, I love her. I have Adrian pinned, this group chat with Kenna, these other 2 kids, Logan and Rylan, and then Juliet. I love her. She's bae, honestly. Fake friend advice. So this wasn't really a question, but it was like somebody asked in it, like, I have a fake friend, like, what should I do? So I would just say try to be nice, but definitely like block out the toxic situations that come with those people. And if it gets to be too much, then just put it in a nice way, I'd say, because I wouldn't want to make enemies, but just do what's best for what you feel like. But I don't know, fake it till you make it, I guess, in some of these cases. My last test score, this is a good question, and it's the reason why I'm kind of not doing well in science. But nobody in my school is doing well in science, unless they were like the 2 out of like the couple hundred people in my grade. Or not, I don't know how many people are in my grade, but you know, there's maybe 2 or 3 people who actually got a good score. So I got 1 out of 7 on the scoring, which is basically failing, but they were really out of pocket questions. And how to explain this is there were actually 4 questions, but some of them were multiple question. And if you got even one of the multiple question ones wrong, you just totally failed the question. And honestly, I think if you failed any of the questions, you automatically got a 0. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. There's weird questions. I just ranted on about literally nothing. Starbucks order. I don't really eat there, but if I do, it's probably something really basic. I used to get like when I was younger, I used to get like the kids meal, like grilled chicken bites, which they're still really good, but I usually get like just a chicken sandwich, like that meal with some waffle fries and lemonade. Their ice, I would die for their ice, honestly. I love their ice. Along with that and Starbucks ice, which is the next question, Starbucks order. In the summer, or just typically like in the summer, I get like a mango dragon fruit refresher. And I still do that sometimes now, but more now. You'd think I get a hot drink, but I kind of just get like a mocha cookie crumble frappuccino. So yeah. I see myself getting that a lot more often. Yeah, I think that was the last of those questions. Comment if you have any other like questions, if you want me to make a part 2. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I will be back soon with some new videos.